Look who I've got again. She wasn't being nice this morning, but she's gonna be nice now, right? Thank you for being so good. Good girl. I wanted to kind of talk about feelings today and how you can use your feelings and the way you feel to kind of grow in your self-development and in life in general. Feelings are not talked about a lot, and also there are some feelings that are considered bad, and personally I don't know if that's true. I think that it depends on how you what you do with those feelings, right? Anger, frustration, fear, doubt can tell you a lot about yourself. Sam is going to be licking them plants, and there's just nothing I can do about it right now. I'm going to let her lick the plants. I'm just not going to do anything about it. But I feel like it depends on what you do with those feelings. That is either make or break. Okay? So I feel like so many of us run and hide from feelings, whether that is feelings of passion and love, or even feelings of anger, when really all of these emotions that we feel are what makes us human, one, and it's trying to reveal what needs to be healed, or what needs our attention, right? Just like when a cat or your child acts up in a way, it's not because they are like wanting to show you that they are like out of control. No, they're showing you that there's something going on that needs attention, like they need to be tended to. And you know, the way that they're showing up isn't most beneficial, but that's the way that they've decided to show up. It's kind of like those emotions. Sometimes anger and getting mad, they're not the most helpful, but it's trying to show what needs tending to. So I encourage you to journal, or I encourage you to start to look at these emotions a little bit differently. And I'm so sorry, but like, not everything needs to be covered up in positivity. Not everything needs to be, here, take a pill. These emotions don't need that. They need you to look at them and examine where they came from. Let's go to the root so we can finally uproot it, dig it all the way out, and heal from the source. We do hear a lot of like positivity and a lot of, you know, love and light. And as much as, you know, love and light as we want to be, we can't be like that all the time, right? So when those emotions come up and it gets uncomfortable, what do? When you were just taught to cover it with love and light? No, you need to look at it. You need to look at it so that when they come up again, when those emotions and those feelings arise again, you know how to tackle them, and you don't have to just put them away because, oh, this isn't spiritual if I am, you know, upset. This isn't spiritual if I'm feeling this tense emotion inside of me. You're feeling it because it wants to make awareness to you. There's something that, you know, needs to be patched up and healed. You know, inside. And maybe it doesn't need to be healed. Maybe we don't need to be using healing all the time, right? Maybe we don't need to be doing this all the time. But the awareness is what is necessary to you. I actually am called to read a poem / something that I wrote kind of on this topic. I personally don't know how much I believe in an ego death and the complete destruction or the complete annihilation of the ego, because I do feel like in some ways the ego is here to show us those darker sides of us that need to be tended to. You know, like a garden, you'll see some dead plants withering away, and just because there are a few plants that are withering away doesn't mean the entire garden needs to be thrown out, or the entire garden needs to be destroyed. I don't know if that makes any sense. When I wrote this, I was really battling back and forth between my ego trying to take over. And when I say ego, I'm referring to fear is the ego. Doubt is a part of the ego. Pride is a part of the ego. Lust is a part of the ego, right? All of that is the ego. And I feel like when people hear ego, they think of like the pride. They think of like, oh, you are arrogant or cocky. No, ego is also being, you know, fearful of what people say about you. Ego is also not feeling like you have the potential or the ability to achieve. It's like the devil in the mind. That is ego, in my opinion. So I wrote this message and I'll share it with you. I've shared it on TikTok before, but I'm just going to share it again. When the ego speaks, listen. It's not to be ignored or always replaced with positivity instantly. Listen. There's something to be heard and not always seen. A truth behind the ego's lies. A truth of protection at times. Guilt, shame, fear. The ego has a lesson, at least mine does. A lesson for me to face myself and these labels my ego has thrown at me. She's scared, so she makes me scared. She's losing power, so she tries to take mine away. When the ego speaks, listen. She could be telling you that she's withering away. That was like kind of like an aha moment for me, because I realized those heavy emotions that I was feeling, when those heavy emotions came up, it was because the ego, or, you know, the darker side of yourself, the shadow, is beginning to go away. The shadow realizes it has no control. When you start stepping into your power, when you start being more positive, or you start seeing things in a different perspective, that doesn't always have to be positive, but it's just more of a perspective that doesn't allow me to crumble, a perspective that actually allows me to be lifted up. In a reading I said, what if instead of thinking, what if this happens, what if that happens, what if everything goes wrong, instead think, what if everything went right? And that kind of like blew me, because I feel like we're so used to thinking, well, what if I lose it all? What if I build myself up to lose everything? And that's been a big fear of mine. But now I'm trying to get into the energy of, what if everything went right? Right? And also, instead of thinking maybe, oh, why am I not where I want to be? Why am I not here? Why am I not there? What if where I am is exactly where I needed to be? So yeah, so interesting. I know I was kind of a little bit all over the place right here, but yeah, I want to pull a card, of course, to close us up. This was just a really quick video that I felt like called to make. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this. But yeah, I've just been feeling a lot of emotions lately, and I know a lot of it needs to come up because they're ready for that cycle to finally close. And I think that's a big thing. When we start feeling these intense emotions come up, it's because they're ready to go. They're done with us. Like, they are ready to wrap it up. We are ready to wrap it up. And instead, I think we get tied into the fear of like, oh my God, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? Relax. Take a deep breath. Sit into it a little bit. Keep a journal. Like, my entire brain is in this journal and another one of my journals. I just be really, I don't know, I'd be writing a lot. I really write a lot. Okay. Ooh, many messages. Let's get some. We have Angel of Wisdom that comes out, and this card says, pursue knowledge and spiritual growth. So know that the knowledge that you receive from your emotions, because again, I believe they're like teachers. They're here to teach us about ourselves and things that we can work on in ourselves. And this knowledge is going to enhance and push us further in our spiritual growth and development, or what I just like to call life growth and development, because at the end of the day, spirituality is what it is, which is life, in my opinion. Everything's spiritual. But let's see, anything else? I want 2 more cards, please. I would like 2 more cards, please. I'd like 2 more cards. Perfect. We have Light of Hope. Hope gives us positive feelings and energy to accomplish what we desire. So in those intense feelings of like destruction, maybe that is a time where we can harness the energy of positivity and the light of hope. And when you feel like you can't do this on your own and you feel like you can't handle the emotions, maybe it is a good time to call on hope, positivity, love, and light. But I don't think that that is always the case. I think that a lot of times we do need to look at the hard stuff to get to the light. We do need to face the darkness to get to the light. And remember that spirituality is not just love and light. It's not. It can't be, because life isn't just love and light. We see it all over, right? It is not. The world we live in is not love and light. So I think it's so harmful as spiritual beings to only focus on love and light. And we have luck is on your side with the Midas star. Luck is on your side. Let the magic happen. I'm getting like allowing yourself to be consumed by a world of magic. A world of magic. And you've got the Midas touch. You're calling. You're calling. Okay? Your life's purpose is like an awakening to put your gifts and talents to good use and enjoy the journey of life. I think this is really huge, especially for me right now. So maybe this was just for me, but if you are, you know, feeling as if right now you don't really know the path to achieving what you desire, maybe take a step back. Maybe go into those meditations. Guided meditations are really helpful, but also I recommend journaling, even that if it's just brain dumping or gratitude journaling or just journaling about your day. And even since we're talking about feelings and emotions, when you're journaling about the day, talk about those emotions and feelings that have arise, and talk about the way that you've handled them and ways that it could be better. Don't beat yourself up about it, because it's just not that's just not going to help you. It's not conducive to you or your growth to beat yourself up about things that are that you've done that you wish you could do better. No, that's not what this process is about. It's about acknowledging the things that I have done and what I could have done better, so that next time I do better. When you know better, you do better, right? It's like kind of that having that mentality, or you know. Anyways, I think I just kind of just talked a lot. That was kind of, I'm sorry. I'm just talking a lot. But I think that's gonna be the video for today. I've been feeling so kind of everywhere as of late, so but I think that there are some really great things that are going to be happening soon. Collectively, I do feel like there could be things crumbling around us. I feel like we could all be in a collective tower moment, but the tower needs to crumble to be rebuilt back up again. So you know, I just posted a couple of YouTube short videos and saying that endings are just the entrance to new beginnings. Endings and beginnings happen simultaneously. So maybe instead of thinking about all the things that you've lost, get excited for the new beginnings that are on the horizon. So that's going to be my video for today. So much love and light and darkness, because you can't have one without the other. But I thank you so much, and I'm so grateful. Follow me on Instagram at beyondquartz, and follow or check out my my website, thebeyondquartz.com, and book a reading with me if you like. My ear just started ringing. Yep, it's coming back now. Anyways, book with me if you'd like. Check out my store, and I'll see you next time. I hope that you enjoyed this. Okay, so much love. Bye.